GTR safety car in VR. Hello there everybody, and welcome back to OpaFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpaFed. We are running a Nissan GTR safety car, and we're driving it in the Nissan GTR Cup. Now we're driving at the Dragon Trail Gardens track. We're doing 5 laps. We started with a rolling start, and we are one of 16 cars. Now the 5 laps that we're running are a little bit longer than normal. So we have time to catch up to individual cars, pass them individually. We don't have to rush. We don't have to race a little bit too wild. I don't like driving like that to begin with. So this is going to be a nice, even, steady race. When you have an opportunity like this, go by it. Now you're one position closer by to the front. And that is the way we should run this race, because going around these corners, if you try to pass them on the outside, like that is just not going to work. You don't have the power. And if you did, you would probably spin out. And you don't want to do that either, because spinning out, if you spin out in this race, you probably have so many cars pass you that you might not be able to have the opportunity to win again. Okay, so we're just going to try and drive a sensible race and keep it on the track with the straight sections like this. We're going to hammer it down, go as hard as we can, and when we come to the corner, back it off, then you come around to the straight section again, and we hammer down, and we try to catch up to those guys in front of us. Now that's 1 lap gone only, so we still got 4 to do. And as you can see, it took the whole length of that straight stretch just to catch up to them. But as you know, we got to catch them before we can pass them. And after you catch them, like now, we're going to start looking for our opportunity. Now we need a track that's wide enough, but we also don't want him going back and forth on the track. So we're going to keep an eye out. Maybe right here, cut him on the inside. Oh, but he was a little wobbly there on his wheels, which is something that you got to watch out for, because these guys don't always drive as clean as you'd like them to drive. I mean, in Gran Turismo, the race is a lot cleaner, than some games, but you still get some bumping and rubbing. So you got to be careful. So now we're trying to catch up to the next guy. And like I said, we take it one guy at a time, 1 car at a time. But you got to remember, when you pass this car, is there room for your car to fit into the line in front of them? You got to keep an eye out for that too. Because sometimes these guys are side by side, or they try to block you out. So you got to be careful, because it gets a little rough. Now, having said that, when you're coming around some of these corners on the outside, oh, that's what I was waiting for. They get a little wild sometimes, but it's usually pretty good. We didn't like that, so we're going to pass him and put him in the rearview mirror. Now, speaking of the rearview mirror, I've been accused of not paying attention, and it's true. I always forget to keep an eye on the cars behind me in my rearview mirror. And if you do that, then you're making a mistake, because you might be passing these guys, but they pass you too. Like that little white Nissan that we just passed there. We're coming up to the corner here, and notice him getting closer and closer and closer. And then all of a sudden he drops back off again. He slows down. So you forget about it and you don't pay much attention to it. But if you're not paying attention, he might just pass you somewhere down the road. Remember that. Okay, so we're coming along here. We're into our 3rd lap, and we're almost halfway through, I suppose. And I'm just amazed by the graphics. When you go from shade to sunny area like this, it just looks fantastic. I mean, is there any better graphics in any game anywhere than this? If there is, it'd be comparable. I don't know if they'd be better. anyhow, back to the game. So we got caught up behind this little red one now. So now we got to look for our opportunity to pass it. Okay, and we know just around the corner here, pretty quick, we're going to get that straight stretch with the little tunnel. So we got an opportunity to pass him there if we're close enough behind him, because if we're too far back and then we start trying to pass, it's just not going to work, because he's just going to race away from us. So we're coming along here, and as we go into the tunnel, lost a little bit of control there, and whoa, there goes that white Nissan that I was talking about. I lost a little bit of control around the corner there and spun a little bit, and he took advantage of it, and he left me standing there. Now I got 4 cars in front of me. Now I'm going to be battling all 4 of them, and they seem to be looking to cover the entire track here. Okay, well, we got a straight stretch here. Maybe we can pass them here. But now don't forget, these guys go fast too, and I don't think they want me to pass because I'm having a heck of a time trying to get by him, and I got it floored. Okay, well, not a problem. We're not done yet, because we got 2 more laps to go, so we still got time. We will get past these guys, but we don't know if there's any more in front of them up the track a little ways, because you got to remember, while you're riding behind these guys, if there's 1 or 2 cars in front of them for the lead, they're only getting further and further away. Okay, not enough room there. Okay, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Bide our time. We will get them, you know, but we gotta do it soon, because like I said, we don't know where the leaders of the pack are. And we don't even know if there are any leaders in the pack. We gotta get by these guys to be able to find that out. Okay, maybe here. Catch up here to this one. Oh, see, then he slows down. The guy in front of me slowed down, so the other guy ended up passing me again. So we're still stuck behind all 4 of them. This is maddening. We got to get by these guys, because we got to try and get to the front of the pack. Not to mention, there's another guy right behind me. Oh, right behind me. I just saw him in my rearview mirror. He's got to be beside me now. Well, there he is. See, you can see him. He is still there. Okay, we managed to fight him off. Oh boy, that was a tough one, and we got by him. So it's still a hard rip to go. We still got 1 more lap after this. Now we're down to the last 2 cars. Are they the leading cars? We do not know. Now we got the straight stretch. 1 car in front of us that we can see. And 1 lap left to go. Wow, what a race. I'm really, really enjoying this. If you're enjoying this too, please give us a thumbs up. Here we're coming around that first corner. Catching up to the little red Nissan, and hopefully if there's anybody else in front of him, we'll be able to see them on the track somewhere, and then we can tell what position we're in. Right now it looks like we're in position number 2, so let's not dilly-dally. Let's get up behind this guy, and then let's get the opportunity to pass him so we can keep on going, because we want to make sure we finish in front of him, because we can see him. Right. No, I think way in the distance there's 1 more car there. I just seen him. So we're gonna have to step on it if we want to catch. We finally got by those 4 cars. They really kept me blocked in for a while. You know, that makes it really difficult to try and win the race, but we're gonna do our best. There he is, see? Oh, we're catching him now. We're getting really close. Now we can use the whole track to try and catch up to the leader. And we know we got that straight stretch, so we got 1 more opportunity to get by him. This is our last shot, our last kick at the can. Here we come. All right. 1 more corner, and then the straight stretch to the finish line. This was one heck of a race. Boy, it took from beginning to end. And I still believe we did not come in first. But we had a lot of fun, and you've been racing with the OPAFET.